Sunday night, about 8:30. Man, the weekends just go by too fast. I'm just trying to catch up a little bit, working on the Hemi a little bit. Got the gear drive in finally, and going to degree the cam in. Try to do that before I go in the house tonight and call it a day and get my mind wrapped around work for tomorrow morning. Um, the TFX block, we found a used TFX gear drive. And this is can't really see there, but this is a 3-gear drive. This is an idler, top sprocket, and bottom, double keyed bottom sprocket. And different than putting a timing chain on or a regular gear drive. There's no dot to dot or nothing like that. You put this in wherever you want. So, small cubic inch motor, 450 inch. So I'm going to set the cam in at 38 degrees before top dead center. I just made a homemade little piston stop here so I can find top. The first thing I need to do is find top dead center. So I just used a strap off of the Bridgeport, off a clamp kit, bolted it on. It's come in contact with the dome. And, it's about, I don't know, 100 thousandths below top dead center now. So I'll bring it around until it hits the stop, which ended up being about 32 degrees. And then I'll wind it back until it hits the stop again, which we just checked was 20 degrees. So true top dead center will lie between those two numbers. So right now, like I said, we're 32. Going around the other way, spinning it around is 20. So that's 52 altogether. So we'll say 25 and a half. We'll call 25 and a half degrees more right now will get us the true top dead center. Then after we do that, I'm going to set up a magnetic base dial indicator to go on the number 1 intake lifter, and we'll bring that to 50 thousandths lift. And that's kind of the method I use, is the 50 thousandths lift method for intake center line. So we'll degree it from there. And I always use the actual lifters we plan on using in the motor. A lot of people will use a flat tappet lifter or just, an extra lifter just to use for setup. But I always use the exact lifter we're going to run, because you start messing around with different lifters and different roller wheel diameters, it could screw up your numbers. So we're running so put that out here. These are Motorsports Unlimited roller lifters, and these are not keyed. They're link bar lifters, but these are 1-inch diameter lifter bores. So that's what we're gonna run. Fiddly far, get that in there. So I'm going to set up my magnetic base in a minute, and then we'll check that. And then, like I said, I'm going to set it up at 38 degrees before top dead center. This is a used cam I got from a buddy. It came out of a similar Brad Anderson, but with a screw charger. So I don't have a cam card with it. I got an idea on the lift and duration and so forth. So just trial and error. And we'll try it at 38 and see where we're at. And, we could always adjust it here. Every spot on this top gear would be 2 degrees in cam degrees. So, obviously, if you're going with crank degrees, cam degrees, times 2. So that's where we are there. Like I said, it's about 9 o'clock Sunday night. Last night, we went and seen a buddy of mine I haven't seen in 30 plus years. John Viola came down to run the 28s Gone Wild at Red Springs, Thunder Valley Dragway. It was great to see him and meet his son, and haven't seen him and his wife, John and his wife, probably since the early 90s. But had a good time. Unfortunately, I brought some bad luck, I guess, and he got a little loose, and he had it in the bag first round. He was rolling at little small block Ford Screams. But we got to hang out with Pete Studwell and my nephew Corey Studwell. We had a good time, and hopefully we can do it again. John said he's coming down to Darlington in a couple of weeks, but I'll finish off tonight with piss poor video that I tried to film of John in the first round running Travis Jacobs in that big 700-inch nitrous Nova. So other than that, get ready to finish up for the evening, and we worked more on our breathers we're selling, and changing design a little bit, trying to get a little more fancy, a little more radiused, a little lighter. So I got Dad working on those, and they're coming out real nice. These are the quick change burn down breathers. And before, they were a little boxy in design, so I said, let's come up with something a little cooler that looks like a vintage casting, but is a billet and has a little more, I don't know, a little fancier, I think. I think it looks a little better than just a square box in that first design we had. So we're going to get these finished up, maybe get some anodized and try to get those out. It was real busy end of the week. We went up to Heil Machine. Heil Machine was a production machine shop up in Rochester, New York. They moved down to Hickory, North Carolina about 10 years ago. And Jimmy decided to retire. And all these automatic bar machines were going to the scrapyard. And I just couldn't see that happen. So we went up there and put a deal together. And Jimmy sold me 8 of them at $300 a piece. And this was a business I used to be in before I restarted the speed shop, RPM. Unfortunately, this business has been in the decline probably since the 1980s, and it was really hard to be competitive. These machines are super fast. These are cam-operated automatic bar machines. From those that from Portchester that might be old enough to remember a company called RB&W down on Midland Ave. They had tons of these machines that made nuts, bolts, fasteners, fittings. I mean, anything you want made, precision and fast. I mean, these machines are what made the country what it was. But unfortunately, a lot of political things have changed in the past, and all this work was very easily to go overseas. But when I seen my man Trump got back in office, and he's talking about bringing back manufacturing, I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a last hurrah. And the thing is, once these machines are gone, they're not being produced again. I mean, yeah, they still make CNC lathes and mills, and these are two of the older ones we have in the shop, the Mazaks. And you could buy these new, obviously, and that's the mainstay. A kid comes out of school and goes to tech school or college for mechanical engineering. He wants to go out and buy a brand new Haas or something he can program off his phone. I mean, these you got to have a little bit of, and it always, I guess, made me gravitate to these. They're mechanical, and like I said, they run off camshafts, and it's just like a motor. I mean, but you buy a set of cams, a cam grinder makes a cam designed to produce what part you want to make, and then you set up all your degrees, and every time this camshaft goes 360 degrees, this machine makes a part. And you could change the gearing on the cam for speeds. Like, for instance, here's an actual feed and speed chart. So this machine's capable, see right here, time in seconds to make one piece. The fastest this machine can go, it can make a part in there's less than a second, 3/4 of a second. Gross product in 1 hour, 4,800 parts. It's 4,800 pieces in an hour. If you go down to the bottom here, the slowest this machine can go is a 50-second cycle time, which is a gross production of 100 pieces an hour. So, they say technology is a bitch, but we were productive back in the day, and these are the machines that really won World War II, and it made our country what it was. And I opened up a shop that specialized in small parts when I got out of building motors in the mid-90s. And I had that shop up until about 2010, when it just got so slow and it was so hard to find work. I was lucky enough for one of my main customers decided to buy the shop out, and the parts they were having us make, they just bought the equipment and brought the parts in-house. And at that time, we opened up RPM Machine, which was originally, like I mentioned before, the R was Uncle Mike Richardson, Mark Prince, and Brian Marshburn. Now, Uncle Mike and Brian Marshburn are still building cars and chassis. They're fabricators, welder fabricators, and me and Uncle Mike actually rode out to see John and Pete last night, and they still have the business doing chassis work. They actually built Turbo John's car, so we're still good friends. But they wanted to go a different direction. I wanted to stick with what I knew with the engine, so I retained RPM, what I'm still running now. But I'm gonna bring back a little bit of micro machine, is what we used to call my other manufacturing business, and we're gonna do it again, but we're gonna do it under the RPM name, and it's just gonna be RPM Precision Products. So here's 5 of them right now. We went and picked up 5. Me, Anthony, and a good buddy of mine, Cameron Norris. Actually, I just finished a motor for him for his circle track car, but we're gonna go back next week and bring back 3 or 4 more. So just wanted to show you that. I'm kind of excited about getting that going, and hope that can feed some money into the funny car, so we can continue in funneling money into that, and try to get competitive and get up to where we need to be. But I'm going to end tonight with a little video of Fast John in the white Comet, the white power 64 Comet, small block Ford, manually shifted. It's a badass ride. Hope you guys enjoy it. And again, I'm sorry for the corny ass videos and sporadic times I produce them, and sorry for the shitty video quality. I tried to hold the phone high as I could over my head, but the natives were restless last night. There was a lot of people there, and it was hard to see. So, all right, guys. Hope everybody has a good week. Here at the sanitarium at Thunder Valley.
All right.
With Uncle Mike.
Coming around the way. He's all the way from New Jersey. 64 Comet. Small block Ford. Pro Charge.
Viola, Stamford, Connecticut, 60. Watch that. Wait till you listen to that thing come alive, that little small block Ford. Small block Ford against 700 inch. Big inch nitrous Nova against Pro Charge 363 inch small block Ford on alcohol. 28's going wild. This is Thunder Valley, Red Springs.